The last man standing at the bar.
The last man standing. So the biggest drinker.
Yeah.
Let me see. I don't know because I don't drink. Well, I drink, but I never spent a lot of time in bars. But I would say one of the last guys I saw standing there drinking was Haku.
You're not the first person to say Haku either, amazingly.
Haku, this is a story about Haku. I'm going to tell you. Uh, I spent a lot of time in Nashville. And one of the bars, I think it's on Murfreesboro Road. That's one of the main roads that leads through Nashville. They had a bar that stayed open to about 3 o'clock. And he was in there one night, everybody drunk. And, Haku is kind of a person of color. Of course, one of those Nashville jackoffs said, get the whatever out of here. And he heard that. He's about half hammered too. He ended up beating up by himself about 5 or 6 guys. And they had to call the police out, and he ended up beating 2 or 3 of them. And they maced him and handcuffed him and took him in. And what happened, he didn't really hurt any of the cops, but he kind of messed up some of those guys. And the promoter was an old guy named Nick Goulas. He ended up getting him out of jail and kind of soft soaping everything that happened, trying to push it out. And he got out of it. I don't know how, but Haku was not only a drinker, but he was a tough guy and he could back it up, but never staggered. And another guy, last guy at the bar, would be Andre.
Of course.
Andre was too much.
I'm actually going to bring up Andre in a little bit. The next question I had was who was the legit toughest wrestler? And I think it may be the same answer.
Well, Haku's got to fit in there, but he was just the toughest guy. I think he would probably be one of the toughest. Our Dr. Death, Steve Williams, but the only thing about Steve Williams, he couldn't take a punch. He was great grappling and wrestling, but Haku, you just couldn't stop the guy. He was just, but the nicest guy you'd ever want to meet. I mean, if you met Haku and he wasn't drinking, you fall in love with him. He treats you so nice. Oh, hello, how you doing? Blah, 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 and shake your hand, and just as pleasant as he could be till he started drinking and somebody pissed him off.
I heard one version of the story of that where Haku, to use wrestling, the parlance of our times, to quote the Big Lebowski, he no-sold the mace, and it didn't faze him, and he carried on attacking the police.
Well, I would say that's true in that story I just told, because, they had to mace him. He's about 6'3", and he's about 270, and he was in shape. So